Hi, 101 WRIF and the reunited Drew and Mike program.
It has been a very long 1 year and 10 months since the unthinkable happened on Detroit morning radio.
Did you hear about this? Matt LeBlanc's limo driver.
After 16 years together, after winning the Radio and Records National Award for Best Morning Show in the country, WRIF's Drew and Mike split up.
Who could leave it? God, the Drew and Mike show, what a blast. And you know what? It should be.
Drew Lane was the reason. The show's creator and former Virginia Tech baseball star was completely burned out and exhausted. And on top of all that, his fiancée Tess was fighting a life-and-death battle with cancer.
I just felt I needed some time off and the pressure off my shoulders. And once I got rested up and Tess was feeling better, I felt stupid about the whole thing. Like, God, couldn't I have just, hung in there for a while? But honestly,
You needed a break, though, right?
Yeah, I needed a break. I needed to rest up.
Oh, yeah. But now, 22 months later, everything's different. Completely refreshed and 35 pounds lighter.
It looks like my eyes are closing just from the weight, just pushing them. That's unbelievable.
Drew is coming back to WRIF Radio and Greater Media Detroit.
That's Mike Walters. That's me with the megaphone. Mark Fellhauer, Trudy.
Back to the very same team of players that made the original Drew and Mike show so popular, including his old partner, Mike Clark. So you're going back with Mike. Is there any tension between you and Mike about coming back to the show?
That's a good question. I don't really think so. We've had, we worked together for so long that I think everybody in the show has had a moment where they kind of checked out. Now, I really checked out. And, I suppose I have a lot of groveling to do, and I certainly want to prove myself to the guys in the show, to the management, and to the listeners as much as anybody.
But he looks like a chick throwing a baseball.
During his time off, Drew started writing a book. He spent tons of time just being with his beloved fiancée Tess and her 2 sons. And he tried to sell an afternoon radio show starring himself and Mr. Skin out of Chicago, but no one would buy it.
Well, like I said, it seemed like I was on a bit of a losing streak there, because the book idea, I don't know, if I go back to WRIF, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Those things can be kind of delicate. The Mr. Skin show, nobody wants an afternoon show. People just weren't spending money. They didn't want to add to their staffs. So really, with all the subtraction going on from morning shows, I felt lucky that Greater Media would take me back. This is a Beatles ticket from Shea Stadium.
Now, at 49 years old, Drew has re-signed with WRIF Radio to go back to mornings at what will be close to a 50% pay cut. Drew says WRIF's president practically demanded he come back right now.
Let's do this thing. We're going to put a good offer on the table. And they put an offer on the table, and it was like, this is it, no negotiation. And I looked at it and I said, that's actually fair.
Finally, just days away from his return to Detroit radio, what does Drew have to say to his loyal fans?
Give me another chance. The Drew and Mike show is coming back bigger and better than ever. I'll be giving 110%, and most of you are still listening, and hopefully we'll have more listeners than ever, because I really feel good about the show.